In this part of the lesson, what you're going to do is you're going to get an idea of the scale that we are using based on the unit prefixes that we have. Remember when we did the decimal system, we said that numbers go from 0 to 9 and we stop there. We don't go beyond that. What we do with unit prefixes is we deal with those numbers beyond that. So let's say, for example, we have the numbers of 0 and 1 all the way up until we reach 9, and then we have the number 10. Beyond this number 10 here, the numbers get very large, and in the range between this 0 and this 1 here, the numbers tend to get very small. So what we do with a unit prefix is we are able to deal with these numbers here greater than 10 or in the range between 0 and 1. And it makes it easy for us because we are able to write it in the form of a 10. For example, I am able to write the number 0.0009 as being equal to 9 and some unit prefix along with it. I am also able to take a number like 10,000 and be able to write it as maybe 10, or maybe I am able to write it as 1 with some unit on the side of it. This is what I mean by a unit prefix. The unit here will tell us how much this number here is a multiple or a submultiple of 10. A multiple means that it's just simply multiplied by 10 to some power, and a submultiple means that I am simply going to divide by 10 to some power. Another way that I can write this division by 10 to some power is just simply by putting multiply by 10 to the power of minus something. So let's look at a couple of these prefixes, and right away when you look at this table you should see that some of these are very familiar. Example, the kilo, the centi, and the milli. For example, we've seen kilo all the time, like for instance when we're looking at 2 kilometers, or if we look at 10 centimeters. We are able to actually have those values with the prefix and the unit. Notice the unit of meter is still common to both of them because it's a measure of distance. This kilo and centi that you see in front here is just simply telling us what the prefix value is. And kilo has a prefix value of 10 to the power of 3, meaning 1000. Centi has a prefix value of 10 to the minus 2, which means divide by 100. And milli has a prefix value of 10 to the minus 3, divide by 1000. Now, hecto and deca you're not going to see very much, neither are you going to see deci very much, but it should be mentioned so that you can see exactly where they stand on the list. Right here where our hands are is where you would count your ones. And these unit prefixes, as long as you know them and the values that's associated with them, you'd be able to solve any problem of conversion when it comes to changing these prefixes.